Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna try to make this video quick as I can, and I've got Tato guarding the goods right now. Tato, look down here. Look down here, Tato. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi or you just wanna stare at me? He just wants to stare at me. Don't have any shout outs or douche canoes or anything for this video, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I have two knives that I found on Amazon, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, I bought them purely based on their names alone, because I am a geeky, nerdy child of the 80s and 90s, and when I saw the names on these blades, there was no way I couldn't buy them just to see what they were all about. So, you know, I grew up watching cartoons after school every day, and well, you know what? I'm gonna get right to them. So, they are not high-end, they are not the cheapest knives on Amazon, but let's see what we got. So the first one right here, can't read it unless I open it. There's Tito. It's the Voltron. Bum bum ba dum dum da dum. Voltron was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. So, Tato, are you trying to eat the box? Could you? All right. Do you mind? Your 15 minutes are over, Tato. Thanks. Thank you. So the Voltron. I saw this knife. There's actually a couple different blade styles. So there's a couple different blade styles available on Amazon. This is the one that I like the best. Nice large blade, G10 scales, nicely machined with a G10 backspacer. Chinese made. And you know, all the pertinent specs with steel and everything. Tanto style kind of blade. It's not really, I guess you might call it a reverse Tanto, sort of. But in any case, it's just a big old liner lock knife. Now if you take a look, if you can see in there, they did drill out lightning holes inside the steel liners, and to me, that always to me is like just a sign of quality, right? Because they don't have to do that. That's an extra step. It costs them more to do that than not, to lighten that knife up. They don't gain anything from doing that, you know, on the production floor. So to me, that's a sign of them taking some pride in workmanship and wanting to make a better quality knife. And the weight is not bad at all. It's really not. This one is on bronze washers. Very smooth. Not really happy with the liner lock itself. Again, like so many we've seen lately, very, very thin. And maybe this is just me, but it's kind of a rough edge there. And every time I close it here on this video, my thumb gets pinched. There we go. I guess it's just a matter of good timing. Oh, there. But it doesn't have a really crisp, snappy sound when it opens, and I like that in a knife. I really like that good, solid sound. But it does hold securely. Again, looking at it, great early lockup. It's a nice, I mean, it's a decent blade. It's kind of a simple satin finish on it, nothing too fancy. I like that the Voltron name actually has a little lion on it, right? So if you want to get uber geeky, there were 3 Voltrons. Only one of them was made of lions. One Voltron was 3 like smaller robots that came together. One Voltron was like 8 million cars and trucks. And then there was the 5 lions that we all know and love. Ooh, well, that is a disappointment right there. There we go. You know, it's hard to tell these days. Sometimes you'll get a part of the blade that is really honed really nicely, and not the whole thing is in there. Now it's slicing pretty nice. I filmed this video at the same time I did the Lansky Mad Rock folder. So this paper is a little humid, a little soft, not very rigid. So, I mean, the blade's having a little bit of trouble, but let's continue my arm shaving Fiesta. And it's shaving. It hurts a little bit. It pinches. It's not as smooth a shaver as some of the other knives have been, but you can see it's getting the job done. Not as close a shave. It's just a nice knife. Might be a little bit big for most people's EDC. I like the handle size. I like the weight. I think it works pretty well. But definitely something to look into. This one, I can assure you that when we do the next big giveaway or possibly, you know, if I go with the giveaway idea I had on the Lansky Mad Rock flipper, and if you didn't watch that video or you didn't get a chance to see till the end to the my idea for the new giveaways, I'll put a link to that video in the video description here so you can check that out. But this very well could be one of those knives that goes into one of those giveaways. This is a nice knife. Not great, but centering comes pretty nice. This is the kind of knife that I think somebody would really enjoy. So the Voltron gets my thumbs up, seal of approval. You can't have after-school cartoons starting with Voltron if you don't follow it up with a transformer. And yes, this is a transformer knife. That's what it's billed as. And it's got like a whole actual model name and everything, and you know, so of course in the text. But I saw the name Transformer and I had to have this. And this guy, this is just a monster of a steel beast of a knife. Take a look at it. Let's look at the centering ahead of time. So centering is awesome. This is like steel scales on top of steel liners. This is a heavy son of a bitch. And then a steel backspacer as well. So I'm kind of excited to see what this guy looks like all opened up in real life. Whoa, that, oh my God. Did you hear that? No, you didn't, because this thing is so smooth. This is on bearings. Definitely on bearings. Almost no effort to open that thing. Kind of a weak detent. If you don't use a lot of pressure on the flipper, it doesn't want to open right away, but if you use just a moderate amount, it just flies open. Now, if somebody wanted to, they could take the scale off and they could adjust that lock bar a little bit. I'm not recommending anybody do this, but you could, so that you get a stronger detent so that it flies open with less force. But if you just adjust yourself to the amount of force it takes, it is really smooth, nice and quiet. Again, I like that kind of louder noise, but thicker lock, much thicker lock, which is cool, and you can see it's still pretty early lock stuff on this. The reason I judge that is because a lot of the less expensive knives, even though it's brand new, sometimes the lock stops somewhere in the middle of the blade, and that can affect your, you know, your wear and tear and your life of the knife. Let's take a look at this grind, because I really like this grind. It has sort of the Rick Hinder or Sponto look to it, and I like the look of grind lines. I think they're pretty cool. I think that a good satin hand rub finish is nice and a stonewash finish is nice, but I love being able to see the raw grind lines, especially in contrast to the flat portion over there. Swedge is really nice too. It all looks cool. A little dirty, but it's probably just from production. I mean, the whole knife is just, it's big. I think it's what, a 4-inch blade? I don't know, it'll be in the text. Really nice handle to get your hand around. Not the most comfortable, just because of the way the fingers fall into these spaces and this big edge on the clip there. And you'll notice there's no room to move the clip around. It's a very secure feeling clip. Not deep carry, but very secure feeling clip. But this is a big knife. And the bearings on this are really like super smooth and super quiet. Oh, come on, if you can't cut moist paper. There we go. I was going to be really disappointed if this was going to have a horrible edge. Nice thin little slices there too. Oh, yeah. It's a clean shave. So it comes honed really, really nicely too. I like this a lot. This probably will not be a giveaway. I want to test it. It's a very unique looking knife, but I want to test this blade out and give it a real workout and see what it can do. Normally I would not be into a knife like this, honestly. I think that this was a little more showy than functional, but it feels good. I love the blade grind. I love the looks of it, all the aesthetic touches. It's a good, well-honed blade. It feels really solid. The mechanics feel good, so I want to actually give it a shot and see what it can really handle. See how it stands up to, say, a CRKT and a Kershaw and maybe a more high-end knife in the same kind of size category. It is about to downpour out here. I just wanted to get this filmed. So there we have our Transformer and our Voltron. A little bit different. I just love the 80s cartoon theme going on with these two. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So remember guys, if you haven't already, please go check out, look in the comments, check out the Lansky Mad Rock folder video so you can see my latest idea for a little giveaway. Let me know what you think of that, if that's an idea you're down with or not. In addition to a big giveaway for 15,000 subs, to do some little ones, just to thank you guys along the way as well. So as always guys, I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. You are what makes this channel go. So let me go get this stuff edited up and uploaded, and I will be back again real soon.